Okay, this is a local dealer in, I believe, the Orange County area. Oh, this was interesting turn to. Hello.
Good morning. How are you?
Good.
Are you filming me polishing?
Yes.
No, wait,
Hi, how are you? Good to see you.
I've got people convinced I don't
Wait,
work.
aren't you with CH Precision?
I am.
I think I covered you. I filmed you even before this at Musical Artisans in Chicago.
Yeah.
Yes.
You came to the
yes,
event.
yes, I came to the event. Yes. So that was very impressive. So you got some of the same things in here.
Yeah, so that system was all of our 10 series. This is
Okay.
our 1 series.
Okay.
And then we're running, in this case, Rockports.
Yes, I'm very familiar. Yes.
Atreus.
Atreus,
I'm
yes.
trying to put an L in there.
Atreus
There's no
yes.
L there. Instead of speakers that are taller than both you and I.
Yes, right. I've seen those. But this thing I remember from last year. It's kind of a demag.
Correct.
Gets rid of all the static and all that.
All the noise.
Yes.
It has
Really
quite an
cool
impact.
product.
Have you ever listened to it?
Well, just last year, anecdotally, and it was cool. You were letting kids try it because it's such a cool piece. What is the price point on this?
4,000.
4,000. Okay, so it's cool. Cool just for looks alone. But yeah, so how long does it last in terms of the
You
de-staticking?
play a record.
And that's
then put
good.
it back in the sleeve.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm not a huge advocate of excessive record cleaning.
Right.
So I clean my records typically when I buy them. Sometimes after a show because they get beat up a little bit. I'll clean them.
Right.
But I have one of these and I use it every time I play the record.
Is that right?
It doesn't touch the record. So a friction-based system, when there's no friction, it's not going to damage anything.
Okay.
I can't explain what it does
Okay.
in a true sense. I believe it has something to do with releasing set electricity, the dust deep in the groove.
Okay.
Because you'll hear an audible difference. I've heard people say that the static charge or the magnetic charge is interfering with the coils.
Okay.
I have a hard time believing that a record can carry enough static or enough magnetic energy to get through a titanium body of a cartridge and disrupt the coils. So I think it's more of a mechanical difference, but don't quote me on that.
How long do you put it on this thing to work?
It's got a really cool timer. If you would like, I'm happy to play you
Yeah.
a record real quick and then demagnetize it.
All right, let's do that.
And do that. And so the way it works, though, is there's a timer.
Okay.
It's really difficult. You wait, and when the green light goes off, it's done.
Wow, that's even you could do that, Doug.
Yeah. So you can do it with CDs. It has an impact on CDs. And
Oh, really?
It's quite cool. They have a small one that works really great for CDs.
Okay.
And you can put multiple CDs on here and hit.
So if I stand on there, will it demagnetize me? Because that's what most girls say. I have
a magnetic.
I'm a very anti. I need to get more magnetism. They seem to be repulsed right now. Yes. No.
I was trying to be extra kind there.
Thank you. But no, they seem to have the opposite effect. So I need to be demagged.
Yeah. Well, there you go. So now it would be done.
Okay. Cool.
So why don't we? I'll try to get the door closed. Give me just a second
right.
to get a piece of vinyl.
I'll put this on pause.
Fine, it might be interesting. $1 billion girl.
Okay.
Oh, you know what?
Oh, this is the
I'm
Taylor
gonna grab
Swift
something
new
that's
one.
black. I'm not going to do the fancy vinyl because I haven't actually done an AB on this. So I'm going to be a little bit more.
I've been seeing these more and more too.
Yes, so that we purchased that company. That is CH purchased that company
Oh,
at the
really?
beginning of this year. So these are made in Switzerland in our facility.
Okay.
They were from Switzerland to begin with, but now they're being built in the CH facility.
Is that right? Okay.
This is a control center, if you will. So it's got multiple digital ins. It's got
Interesting.
spit out. Not spit if out, sorry. Has RCA left and rights out or balanced outs.
Really?
And it is a full endpoint for Roon, Audiorvana, UPnP, etc. So it does everything you'd want.
And what's the price on this?
This is the upper end version. This is called the Lounge Edition, the Madison Lounge Edition. This one is $5,000.
Cool.
Next door, we have a version of this. This is the Emerson. Both Emersons are $1,750.
Okay.
One's called Emerson Digital.
Okay.
One's called Emerson Analog. Digital has AES EBU out and SPDIF out. So if you
Okay.
have, for example, maybe you have a DAC, like a Berkeley DAC,
Yep.
that doesn't
Doesn't
streaming.
have it, yeah.
Or maybe a theater, which is even more common, that has digital ends. Now you have streaming with all the same features, Audiovana, Tidal Connect, etc. You will hear next door, we have the analog version, which differs in that it has analog out, so it has a DAC built in.
Okay.
And we're using that on the roll-in system in the next room.
Okay.
So you
and
can
how do you
choose
pronounce the name? It's like Emerson?
Emerson.
Okay.
And one's digital, one's analog, that just refers to what the output is. But they're on
Okay.
the same platform.
It's a cool chassis and good price point, so yeah, good.
Machine chassis.
And now I didn't know that you guys owned it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's all made in Switzerland too.
Switzerland, wow.
So it's
Okay, cool.
under the same roof now.
So you get that
Lots
price
of
point for
series.
Swiss made and coming across the, yeah, that's nice.
And we carry them in our store.
Is that right? Okay, cool.
We'll have several of them. They're also making new amplifiers.
Oh,
So
really?
this shows you the two
Oh,
pieces.
okay, yeah.
And this amp is going to come out probably third quarter of this year.
Like I've seen it a lot. I saw it a lot at the Montreal show, so that's,
Yep.
it caught my eye, so that's good to know.
Yep. It was in Munich. They showed
Are
the
they-
whole system.
Okay,
It
cool.
was quite exceptional.
So that's the sweet spot.
All right.
So if you pay for the money seat, you should take the money seat.
Yes.
So this is Rostropovich. So I'm going to put
Okay.
on Deutsche Grammophon. This is a reissue. So
All right.
this is with already an upgraded record clamp that's already going to drop the noise a bit. I don't have the original clamp. It's even more fun when you use the original clamp.
We should show him the difference.
So
That would be kind of fun.
but right now we're going to do that.
We're going to play it without it, and then you're going to put it on there?
And then I'm going to put on there and demagnetize it and then play it for you again. So
Okay.
just play a minute or so.
Yeah, we don't have to play a long time, so people can have some auditory memory.
Alright, so I'm not touching volume or any other settings. And as I showed you how difficult it is to
Yes.
operate, I have to touch the
Touch it to green, and then,
and wait. I think it's 45 seconds.
and I guess the blue just means it's on.
Correct.
Okay.
The blue is what makes it high end. Everybody knows. The
Of
blue is
course,
high
of
end.
course.
So lights out.
Now it's done?
We're
Okay.
done.
Oh my God, I can't even stand next to you, Doug.
I already feel myself being repulsed.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Here we go.
So richer sound, and certainly the strings have a little more warmth, and the noise floor just drops.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say for sure. There's so many factors that could play, but I did like the second better. But that's interesting that it would have the impact that at least is perceived in a short A/B.
Unfortunately,
you know.
I can't like go back to where we were until
Right,
wait
yeah,
till,
yeah,
you
it's
know, a
very
few
hard to
hours and
A/B
slide
it.
in and out of the sleeve a few times.
And there is always a level of placebo when you do the second versus the first. You get accustomed to a song. But yeah, I think the word you mentioned, richer and a little warmer, it was kind of, if I had to say what was perceivable, that would probably be what I would describe as well. But so interesting for 4,000, you said? Yeah, interesting. Okay.
Well, the point it's analog, So there's no part of this process that's known for its convenience.
Mm-hmm.
So it's part of the process. A good record cleaner
Right.
is necessary. I find this necessary myself, but everybody has to rationalize themselves.
Yeah,
whether
I'd
it's
probably
worth
would need to
$4,000.
know how it works a little better before I get totally sold on it, but,
Agreed.
but, you know, it's good anecdotal proof here, and nice that you did that. Anybody that allows you to do this, what can you complain about, you know? If you hear it, you hear it, if you don't, you don't. You wanna pay for it, you pay for it, you know, it's just so simple.
Well, so
That's-
I'm an
That's
owner.
what all of audio is about.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where if that matters to you, there's a reason why we spend $31,000 on a phonostat.
Right.
We want way more out of it. You can do the same thing for $800.
Yeah,
Can
right.
you hear it the same way now? There's a reason why we spend more money. And for some people, they can rationalize it.
Yeah.
Great. Those are your customers.
Yes,
For the guys who can't rationalize it, great. They still enjoy music.
they don't have to buy it, yeah.
Well, and there are
Yeah.
other phono stages and other products.
Sure.
And I'm from CH, so this is a piece that I don't sell. I'm showing
Yeah.
it to you because I have one. I think it's really cool.
And that's,
did-
that's good testimonial. I mean, it's not something you're pimping per
Right.
se, so
Yeah.
that's good to know.
And we sell it in the store,
Mhm.
but it's not something that we brought here just to sell in the store. We
Right.
brought it here so our demos
Get better,
can perform at that little bit extra.
yeah. And I know
Because
you,
as you see in the room, we have room treatments by Still Point.
yes, these are still points,
We
they're
have
nice,
all cable grounding systems done properly.
right? The Shunyata.
Yes,
Yeah.
so execution is really